Welcome back to WizardPhD. I'm Professor Lynette, and I am in a dark arts flagged area. I am working today. Well, I dropped Jeff off, and at our public library because I'm working on a research project collaboration. Oh, side note. This video might not be super interesting to some of y'all because this is like the other half of my professor life where sometimes I get a little serious, so hopefully I'll still be my goofy, like, crazy self and not too serious talking about the things that I do in my day job. But yeah, I have this collaboration with some literacy and math education people where we're looking at picture books. And part of my research agenda focuses on identity, how people see themselves, what they are able to accomplish, how they position themselves in the world, and what they do to create with that. And so a lot of my previous work was in like after school programs. I mean, I am a product of STEM outreach programs, and it's a very complicated thing for me to talk about because while it's lovely to be more inclusive and to promote women, people of color in STEM fields, you know, sometimes those spaces aren't ready for us to be able to thrive in. And so it becomes this pressure, it becomes this external thing of like, you don't get to be an individual, you are representing a larger mission. It's not about you. So that puts a lot of pressure on young people. So there's a critical lens that I am bringing to this work of what kinds of stories are we telling about people and what they do with math. And like my ultimate goal is not necessarily that everyone needs to see themselves as a math person. I think that's a crazy expectation. It would be like, oh, I want everyone to see themselves as a gamer. No, see yourself how you want to see yourself. But the point is, are you able to see yourself and be authentic to that? Or are certain discourses or narratives or storylines limiting to what you want to accomplish in life? And that's basically, I just want people to be able to do what they want and use their talents and manifest it into something cool. Yeah, I'm going to be looking at picture books at the library while getting all of these dark arts. Oh yeah, let's see how far we get. I hope I get some runestones out of this. I'm gonna do this for a little bit and then I need to go plant some leaping toadstools in preparation for community day tomorrow. I also realized that I need to pick up medication and take medication today, so we're just doing errands and doing some work in between. We'll be there in a second. Okay, errands are done. Got the books, planted some toadstools, realized that there's actually 4 greenhouses here, so there are 2 more greenhouses that I can plant, but I don't have enough water. So I'm going to plant 1 more greenhouse with the toadstools, and then I'm going to see if I can pick up more water. And if I do pick up more water, then I'll do the last greenhouse, and oh my gosh, there'll be so many toadstools if people are able to contribute. I'm out of energy, my goodness. Go get Jeff, eat some lunch, and then we'll continue on with the research. So I was trying to find a quiet spot to record, and that's kind of impossible on a college campus. I'll wait for the bell tower to stop ringing. Basically, it's kind of like, what stories do we tell with people who do math, who are those people that are featured in the story? What is it that they're doing? Is it that you're a solo person that's going about your ordinary day and you happen to use mathematical ideas? Is it that you are some sort of phenomenal genius that was born with a special ability for doing math, which is a large piece of why math can seem very inaccessible to many people? Or is it something that isn't, I don't know, traditionally seen in the kinds of practices that we do? What do we do with math? Is it about trying to get ahead and in service of ourselves, or are we using it for some sort of collective good? I don't know. So there's a lot to examine, and our collaboration is focused on picture books because there is a multimodality in not just the actual words in the story, but how it's also conveyed through imagery and what we can make sense of with all these different sorts of communication structures. Part of my dissertation was focusing on positioning theory, so how we have communication acts, things that are spoken, but also things that are not spoken, like where the eye contact goes, who is kind of given some sort of platform in conversation, and what sorts of storylines, roles, and responsibilities come through in just regular conversations with people. And when you study conversation a lot, then you notice that there are certain patterns, and people have been able to make sense of those patterns in various ways. So you have threads that go along the lines of critical race theory, you have threads that go along the line of feminist perspectives, and there are many ways to make sense of the world, the people in it, and what it is that we do. So that's kind of like what I explore. I'm like not super specific in terms of like the kinds of things I'm looking for. I mean, there are certainly things based on my own perspective, my own lived experiences as a young brown girl who was always told you're good at math. So there's obviously some personal element to it, but it's about making sense of what those stories are in terms of what we choose to tell and how that makes people feel. So this is just a text analysis that we're doing. We're not interacting with kids or asking them like how they're making sense of these stories, but that would be another like further extension of this sort of research. But yeah, that's like what I do. That's one project I'm working on. There's other threads that I'm still trying to develop of different areas. I'm definitely interested in digital media. I don't know, I kind of want to get into like digital identities but I'm a little intimidated with what I'm going to do with that right now. So it's kind of like what I do. Fridays are my days to like block out most of my time to dedicate to research, because it takes a little bit to like mind space to think about things and to be able to wonder. I don't know. Sometimes that's hard when you're in the day-to-day grind. So this is my Friday. This is what I do. This is the other half of professor life. Half of it's teaching, half of it is this research stuff. And yeah, well, I'm gonna head out and eat lunch and maybe play some Wizards Unite a little bit and continue on. Hope y'all are all prepped for Community Day tomorrow, and stay tuned for that video. And until next time, Juan's ready.